Hello, this is the International News of Lucia Arden. I'm so grateful they see now that the Islamic regime and the terrorist groups, and elite communists, the cartels, and the secret groups are working together, unfortunately, to cross our borders and do crimes. And I'm so happy that Santis sees it and many others see it. I'm excited. My name's Lucia Arden, and I worked on this for years before 2019, and it's in my new book. But as I told you, my book and my computer systems, they disrupted them, but everything's doing beautiful because they have the information and they see that we need to watch everything. So let's do it. Let's see.
8 groups, including one that fits the criteria. Fox 13's Evan Axel reports. The governor says that it's a no-brainer that money should not be going from taxpayers to any of these types of groups. Now, at least one of the groups has denied everything that they've been accused of and insisted it's about the governor controlling speech by those he disagrees with.
Great to be back in Tampa.
The governor came to Tampa, the same city where pro-Palestine protests in 2024 convinced him that state colleges like USF had to clamp down.
We've got to draw a very strong line in the sand here.
The new bill blocks all state money from going to groups that support terrorism. It also threatens those who support those groups with criminal charges, with expulsion or loss of scholarships. 8 groups under a new state law are being declared terrorist organizations, including CARE, the Muslim Brotherhood, Antifa, and Tren de Aragua.
The law takes effect July 1st today, and so we are not going to waste any time.
This is great.
So
This is so great. I'm so happy. DeSantis uses new Florida law to flag 90 foreign terrorist organizations, and I'm so grateful that this has happened, that they realize that we need to make new laws, and we're so excited about this information. And I want to show another lovely lady that she is beautiful.
Hello.
Bridget, here she is, and she is from the area where the Middle East, and she is a specialty about the Brotherhood. And I'm so glad she sees the correlation between everyone, all the groups coming together that use America as a tool to bring her down. But we're going to stop this, and we could do this by the power of our strategic justice.
Hello, this is Brigitte Gabrielle. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today. This week keeps getting better and better. Governor DeSantis of Florida just designated CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, as a terrorist organization. Of course, along with Antifa. Fantastic. Thank you, Governor DeSantis, and drug cartel organizations, etc. But I'm going to focus on CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, because they are a front to Hamas, the terrorist organization in the United States, while they parade across America. And
see, and that's what I was saying for years now. In 2019, I begged. I got in trouble for it, Lucia Arden, for asking to protect the borders, because they were coming in very early for the last 20 years across our borders. And I want to show you in my new book, and I apologize that the book is not out, but I've had much violence, Lucia Arden, and breakings of the computers and much violence. So here it is right here. And I want to show you that this is very serious. The Islamic regime are deep in their entering nations in a scheme of strategic stealing of the life countries of the Islamic regime have brought slavery and death. They brought slavery and death for 1,400 years, believe it or not, for 20 million Africans. It's part of their history. Islamic regime also stole many lands from the Christian Orthodox in 717 AD, and they did not allow Christians to practice their belief traditions. Islamic regime, they demanded they convert to Sharia law land stole Israel and Lebanon. The Islamic regime today, since 2026, 936,000 Libyans, immigrants from Africa, and 200,000, they are being auctioned off presently. June 26. This is terrible. Islamic regime today, they plan a 100-year plan to take over Western civilization. That's what she's talking about the Brotherhood. Islamic regime have planned to strategically take over. They want to strategically take over America and take over the world through the Brotherhood. This is what they're saying. This is terrible, and we need to stop this right away. We need to take the blinders off our eyes and see this truth. That's why you have to protect all the borders and close all the borders. The Islamic regime even uses the elite communists, pagan groups, satanic groups, Masons, secret groups, innocent immigrants, social services, country, lands, and welfare. Islamic regime uses large businesses in countries such as Iran and oil. Islamic regime, do not you understand why the Islamic regime preyed on the streets? As I stated, psychological warfare. They were trying to mark communities. And also, I talked about all children, all people that do protesting, they should be excommunicated from the school. There needs to be new laws. Some of these children didn't realize what they were getting into, that the Islamic regime is a group with other elite communists and the cartels and others, Antifa, as they say, to take down America's freedom. And this is very serious. We need to come together. They use their political ideology of the Brotherhood to take over world civilization, of all Western civilization, for freedom. This is very serious. We need to close all the borders, all Europe borders, and all America borders, and it shows what they're doing in Europe, in England, and that's what I said in June 2025. Lisa Lucia Arden went to Europe to beg them to protect their borders and save their land. This is very serious, but today our beautiful Santis is working together. It's working together with us to save our country by making new laws. We need to come together with truth and reconciliation and work together in the beauty of our freedom. It's 4th of July. It's time to get going. It's 4th of July. These are my books, In God's Solutions. Save USA and Europe. That's my work. I've been talking about protecting our borders before 2016. And God First, Life Solutions, consultant, confidant, and singer, because our country is based on Judeo-Christian nations of justice. And this is Arise to God's Truth is my book that I talked about the protection of the borders in 2020 and the freedom. And it's very, very serious. And here's my other book, In God's Power, America Save Our Legacy. This talks about all the things that President Trump is doing now and the team in protection of our borders. And what we need to realize that it's a geopolitical world now. We have to consider our legacy. With the past, the initial development of our country, and this talks about the miracle. God first, America miracle. The initial was God first. Judeo-Christian nations is based on our Constitution, our Declaration of Independence, and our education. So we have to stay to the foundation of what we were and what we are. And so we cannot go against the grain, otherwise we have hell in our own nation. That's why we need to protect the borders and close the borders. In this book, show how solutions restore America, Judeo-Christian nations, economically, politically, internationally, culturally, and spiritually restore our nations. We have seen and testified the Father has sent the Son, our Savior, to the world. And that's, we can't get away from. That's what we are representative in all of Europe. In this book, it talks about Democratic Party elite communists, Obama, Biden, Kamala, America. They wanted to destroy, controlled by higher elite world powers in the secrecy of highest evil tables. Also, the United Nations wanted Agenda 21 under Obama, Bush, Clinton, Biden, Kamala, which we have to stop. Agenda 21 is considered like 2030, that we have to be very careful. Taking away our ownership and control by the World Health Controls and World Economic Forum. We have to be careful, and this is what this book is about. It talks about all these things that we're doing today. My new book is coming, so we all need to go individually into prayer and reconciliation on God First America. All the billionaires, and I'm asking Mr. Fink, our beautiful Mr. Fink, that he's given so much the most control over monies around the world that we're asking him to help us with education for the children and to restore all the things. I'm asking Mr. Fink, please. I'm asking Mr. Fink. I'm an international consultant of solutions, of justice, of God arise. And Mr. Fink is the one that God has given BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard the monies. They control the stock market, and they also, in 2030, they're supposed to own 60% of all the real estate around the world. We're asking to come with us to the table, new education for the children, and give them ethics, self-defense, and self-sufficiency, and excellent nutrition. So I need your help, Mr. Fink. God is asking. You are given the key as a father of the monetary gifts that God gave across the nation, the God Most High, because I know you're Jewish, correct? So you were given, Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, the keys to the gifts that God's given us, and you need to make sure the borders are protected. You need new laws, no MK Ultra, because the MK Ultra, the people use, those are the Islamic regime, the cartels, the Antifa, the elite communists. They come together with Iran, and we have to be very, very careful. My name's Lucia Arden, and this is good news, just like our beautiful Bridget said in Santis, that we are coming together in realization that you've got to protect the borders. In Europe, close the borders. In America, close the borders. You have to assess all illegal immigrants, and you have to support them and empower them. If they are not criminals, you need to empower them, and we need to work together with their nations to make new laws and businesses to give them work, because their countries have monies and commodities that could be excavated. I'm a political analyst, politician, Lucia Arden, singer, and solution maker. I'm asking you to come together in prayer and reconciliation for our 4th of July, our 250-year beautiful celebration. Thank you so much. God bless you. This is Lucia Arden. Please look me up. All my books. I'm also a singer and a speaker, and my book is here. It's already here. It's out all on my speaking, because, as I said, they took my computers. They broke 3 computers, and they have my information. But I'm so blessed. They have the information, and we're getting it out, and things are wonderful. Great. Everyone's coming together to work together. Thank you so much. God bless you.